Hello and welcome to the BuzzFeed Unsolved almost 70th episode retrospective.
Woo! Come on, man!
Today we're going to be looking back at almost 70 episodes of BuzzFeed Unsolved. We're going to look at some of our best moments, some of our worst moments, and we may show you guys some clips that you haven't seen before. Also, we are going to have special guests that are going to help us throughout the bit. You know, almost 70 episodes. We're still doing this, huh?
Why is it almost 70?
Because I didn't want to say 69.
That's fair.
And I did not line that up. That's just how it happened. I think this is probably a good time for us to bring in our first guests. You know them, obviously. For those of you who are fans of the show and maybe follow our social media, you may know Mr. TJ Marchbank. He's our first AD on set. He's with us everywhere we go. And our intrepid line producer, Devin Drallman, also with us everywhere we go. So everybody give a big hand to TJ, Teach Monster, Marchbank, and Devin Drallman. Let's
Woo! Yeah. Oh, we got a. Oh, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'll do a thing.
That's good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Do you only have one chair?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you don't have to. Okay, watch the champagne.
It's just a champagne bottle. Jesus.
Oh, that's fun. Now, you guys, this may be, we may not need to ask this, but where do you fall on the Shaniak-Bugara spectrum?
I'm like in between you guys, I think. Honestly.
Cop-out answer.
No, it's not a
cop-out
cop-out. Because I don't feel like I'm as extreme as you are.
Yeah.
I don't believe everything is a ghost.
Yeah, that's true.
But I believe in ghosts.
Actually, you know what? That's fair. That's a fair answer.
Yeah.
TJ, what do you think?
If I had to relate, I would be a Shaniak.
Fair enough. I think a lot of fans who watch the show just would like to know what it's actually like to be in these haunted places, because as people who are with us in every place that we go, would you say it's as scary as it's portrayed in the episodes?
There's definitely places that we've been that are creepy, that have that creepy vibe when you go and you're like, oh, okay. But like, I wouldn't say that any place is as scary as it may seem.
I would agree with that.
Has anything paranormal happened to you when you come with us to these locations? No. Okay. Well, you did throw up on a tree because of the demons in the
I
Sally
ate
house.
bad chicken. Because I had food poisoning.
Definitely demons.
No, it's not demons.
Devin?
The Bloody Mary thing. I was sitting in the room alone, and you guys had all just left the room, and immediately when everybody left the room, something started like kind of playing with my hair. Which was very strange.
And this is at the Rampart Street Murder House in New Orleans.
Very small.
Or Bloody Mary's museum now.
Yeah.
Is that open?
I think it might be open now. I think
Go check it out.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's also the same house where my shirt got tugged on.
That's right.
What the fuck? Is that one of you?
No.
Did you just tug on my shirt?
No, we're not in the room with you.
We're not talking to you. Ahead of this special, we had all of you guys vote on what was the best episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved. And with that data, we compiled a list of the top 5 episodes of BuzzFeed Unsolved of all time. And this is supernatural and true crime. So the 5th best episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, as voted by you guys, is, and let's have some fanfare.
This one didn't work.
That didn't even work?
It's good. Yeah, it's Jack the Ripper. Oh shit, we're doing that too? Okay.
That one doesn't have a string. That doesn't have a string.
Oh, fuck, okay. All right, yeah, it's Jack the Ripper, Jesus Christ. Okay,
Smoking. Roll the clip!
We're in Ripper Town now.
Rip City.
This is what the people wanted. We're gonna bag us a Ripper today.
They're gonna slap the cuffs on him. Any of you seen a Ripper?
Any surprises there?
It was a good episode.
It was a good ep.
Yeah.
It was a good ep. Solid ep.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it was a deep dive into Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, obviously one of the most famous serial killers of all time. And we don't talk about this often, but it is interesting to go to the locations of where all this went down, especially when there's such a big gap of time in between when the event actually transpired into, you know, modern times now.
You also start, when we walked around, like, it was interesting to be, because you actually could kind of picture what it looked like back then, of just like, oh, this is interesting, the way, like...
We had to fight all the Jack the Ripper tours that night,
yeah,
too.
we did. That was the other...
Literally. Fight.
Yeah,
literally.
we were fighting them.
Devin fist fighted with all the tour
get
guides.
out. I have a permit.
What are you doing?
Just fun. Just having some fun.
Okay. Our next segment, we do tend to banter quite a bit on the show.
Yes.
And not all of it is gold, so we do have to, you know, cut a fair amount of it, whether it's just not that funny, or, you know, if it slows down the flow of the episode.
Yeah.
So right now, we're just gonna show you a bunch of bits that we had to cut that we thought you might enjoy. So
Check
enjoy.
it out. There.
Yeah. Woo! You know, you may have a better chance at them talking to you
Because I look like a...
because you look like you belong.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're white.
Oh, yeah, that's what that means. Let's light these candles. Can you make all of the silverware and plates dance like in Beauty and the Beast?
This has been very disappointing, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you are in this room trying to throw a party, because it sucks.
People accuse me of being disrespectful to ghouls, but I think you maybe...
If
you truly believe that they're real,
Yeah.
you are the most disrespectful ghost hunter I've ever met.
Oh, whatever.
That's
If anything,
I'm disrespectful, but I'm talking to air and cobwebs. You're speaking to human beings,
Yeah.
and you are being the biggest asshole in this hemisphere.
Well, they're throwing a party, and if you went to a party and they were like, oh, go sit in this room, we're not gonna talk to you, we're not gonna serve you, we're just gonna sit there.
You came in here and told them they were throwing a party. They're dead ghouls wandering the ether. They don't know who they are or why they're here or what their next destination is. They've forgotten their plight. They don't know who they are. You show up, hey, where's the fucking party, you fucking assholes?
What if this is a residual haunting where it's a party that's perpetual, happening over and over and over again? That's most hauntings are residual hauntings. So in this case, if it's a party that's going on forever, which it seems like based on the reports I've read,
Oh yeah, it's a fucking
then
gas
this
in here.
party sucks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, if you threw a party that sucked, I'd be like, hey Shane, this party sucks.
I appreciate
You
that.
should liven it up.
I do
Would you
appreciate
want
that.
me to be like, oh, this is the best party on earth, and then later I'm like I'm texting my
Well, that
girl.
wouldn't happen because I throw good parties.
See, how hurtful is it if I were to say right now your parties actually suck?
I've never invited you to one of my parties.
I think we had to cut this because it clearly brought the episode to a screeching halt. This was also the first scene in the episode. A lot of times I don't like slowing down the
Keep it moving.
the episode, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's still funny though. I mean, I guess, right?
Yeah. Should we bring out another guest?
Yeah, we should bring out another guest.
Who's next?
Or a lot of times fans of the show ask us, who is shooting this show? Who is the cameraman? The cameraman that has the mental fortitude of Superman.
Yeah.
So let's bring him out. Woo! Our brave cameraman. Yeah, thank you. That's
This is you.
Woohoo, yeah! A lot of people, they ask about you all the time. They ask, who is this brave cameraman?
They
I
do.
guess.
Yeah, people want to know.
Well, do you believe in ghosts, first off?
No.
Okay.
Next.
Are you ever scared at any of these places?
Yeah, definitely. At the beginning, I was a little bit more scared, to be honest.
You've sort
But
of
then, like-
steeled yourself.
Yeah, I'd say like the more we do it, we just get used to it. The most scared I've gotten was when we shot Waverly, because it was just so creepy. And that was the first time Shane actually got scared.
That was the first building we'd been to where I think all of us were kind of like, wow, this place is kind of terrifying.
It's comically horrific.
Yeah.
We've really done it now, haven't we?
We've done it now.
There was also that weird noise in the tunnel that both of you
That's
heard
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
in the body shoot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
So when we were in that body shoot, we were hearing this like croak sound, and I was like, it's just a frog. But then Shane's just like, what is that?
The fuck was that noise? Oh no, no.
And Shane suddenly bolted.
Guys? Okay.
And if Shane runs and I'm left behind, I'd be terrified, because if Shane's scared, I gotta be.
Oh, must be something real
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Get me the fuck out of here. So before you got here, we started to rattle off the top 5 Unsolved episodes of all time as voted by the fans. We already revealed number 5.
Time to hit up number 4.
You don't know what it is, do you?
DB Cooper.
Oh, he does know. DB Cooper. After the plane had taken off, a little after 3 p.m., Cooper handed the stewardess a note. At first, she just put it in her pocket without looking at it. But then Cooper said, quote, "Miss, you'd better look at that note. I have a bomb." End quote.
We told you this right before shooting. We said, yes, this was actually a day that you were on set with us. And you said, no, I wasn't.
No, I don't recall.
We checked the call sheet. You did shoot that episode.
Yeah, you shot it.
Want you guys slate it? Great, thank you.
Uh-huh. How'd it go?
Obviously, it went well. It's on the top 5 list.
Great. Good job, Mark. So no
okay.
memory from that whatsoever.
No, I don't.
All right, Mark. Well, it was
thanks
good
for
to have you
coming.
on the show.
Thank you.
A real pleasure. I'll send you off with one of these.
Yeah, let's pop it off.
Okay.
In addition to having you guys vote on the best episodes of Unsolved, we also had you vote on the best pieces of evidence we captured on our supernatural journeys. Well, we're gonna leave our dog here, actually. So when we leave, if you just don't wanna play with the dog because we're here, you could go ahead and touch the dog as soon as we leave, no problem. Before leaving the room, we set up a static cam to watch the dog.
In the moment, I was excited because it made the season a little more fun for you. You know, this is an uphill battle for you.
I don't think it is. I mean, it is an uphill battle because
Agree to
I am
disagree.
trying to prove something that hasn't been proven yet.
Right.
But I do feel like we have a list of things that have maybe proven that.
It's definitely a list. Let's move on to the next one.
Let's move on to number 4. What color are the jackets we're wearing? This is also the place where Shane almost shit his pants.
If there's ever a moment that I came close to believing in something supernatural, it was the fact that I almost took a ghastly little turd in my pants at this location.
That's true. I mean, that's what you get for eating 2 baggage claim hot dogs. So much that you couldn't even claim your baggage. You couldn't carry your bags.
I was hungry.
Okay.
Sue me.
Holy shit. This is insane. It's fucking 5:15 in the morning. Oh my god, I got fucking chills. Is this not alarming to you, Shane? What the fuck?
No.
I mean,
Ghosts
yes.
you famously claim can't you summon the energy to tug on our ear?
I've never said they can't do that. I'm saying
yet
that
this guy was stomping around.
It requires a certain amount of energy for a ghost to manifest.
Yeah.
So for it to happen, you're extremely lucky. We got lucky this
And
time.
this guy, what, how many hours? 5 hours?
It's 5
now?
hours.
Yeah, really
5
good.
hours a ghost was stomping around upstairs. I went upstairs to the one person in the entire building that was, you know, cohabitating with us. And he said that he was not walking around. Did you happen to be walking around?
Let's put the 2 on the board.
Okay, let's put
Option
the 2
1,
on the board,
a
yeah.
person lied to you. Option 2, a ghost was marching around a hotel.
Yeah, I don't
for
see
5
why
hours.
option 2 is less likely than option 1.
Yeah, me neither. Good
Why would he
point.
lie to us?
What's
why
the
would
next
he,
bit
why
option,
would he
Rob?
lie to
What do we
us?
got? What's
He
number
said,
2?
I was not walking around. In fact, I've heard the same footsteps and I've been creeped out as well.
Again,
That's a
option
very-
1, someone lied. Option 2, it was a ghost wearing boots.
Yeah, I think that's true. All right, Timmy, we're coming to get the ball. I don't know where it went. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Do you want the flashlight right now? Oh, there it is.
No way. Oh, oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
This is number 2? This is your evidence for number 2?
You know how many doors there were in that hallway?
Yeah, a
the
lot
amount
of
of
them.
permutations you would have
Yeah,
to go through
yeah, a lot
for
of
you to have,
permutations.
for you
Yeah.
to land under that name. I mean, I don't really know how else to explain that. I think that's pretty compelling.
Odds, chances. Here we go. Number 1.
If you like the guy, stay here, turn the light on.
You're fucking crazy, Shane.
If you don't like us, turn it on.
Please don't turn it on. Please don't. It's our first investigation, and I still think maybe the most compelling.
Again, articles written about this. People with an understanding of the universe. They've drawn diagrams of how the heating
he drew a
coil works in
diagram.
there and how it affects the.
I could draw a diagram too.
Please do. Actually,
No, I don't want to draw a diagram.
No,
I'm
I'd
just
love
saying.
you
I
to.
was saying
Let's
it's a
have Ryan draw
hypothetical
diagram.
situation. there's a flashlight there. And then it kind of goes into that area. And that's how it works. So, see, there's the ghost right there appearing.
Yeah.
And I pointed a little arrow to the ghost.
I think I've made my point here.
Have you? Let's bring out our next guest. You guys may know this man because he was in the show for the first 9 episodes? 9 episodes of the show? I don't know who I'm talking to here. Let's give a good hand for Mr. Brent.
Nice to meet you. Thank you. Nice to meet us. I don't know. I haven't done this in a while, okay?
So, Brent, how have you been?
We need to mic him up.
Oh, he doesn't have a mic?
No, he just
let's get a mic for Brent.
Let's get him a mic.
I was a little bit nervous about coming here today because I loved the idea of leaving an unsolved mystery for a show called Unsolved, of everyone not realizing that one of the hosts had basically disappeared, died, as far as they knew. Most people just didn't even realize there was a difference between us two. They're just like, wait, what do you mean? So even now, I'll meet new people and they'll be like, oh, you work at BuzzFeed? I love BuzzFeed Unsolved. And they don't even realize I was in it.
Like, me and him are still friends. He just doesn't like hearing about creepy stories, and because he actually gets scared, he is able to register that as an emotion.
Yeah.
So he's actually a little bit more of a human than you.
So it might be fun to bring him along. I feel like, let's throw him in for an episode. Why not?
I don't know if I don't like the way this is forming.
it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I think maybe rather tthan doing that, we should take Ryan on a tour of like NASA.
Show him some real things.
Yeah, show him some science. Be like, hey, this is
or just like take a radio apart and show him what's inside of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not ghosts talking out of the radio. It's signals that are coming to the radio.
This is how things work, Ryan.
Why don't you two stroke each other on your own time, and let's get back to the matter at hand here. Thank you, Brent, for coming by.
Of course.
That was about as much as I could stomach of the two of you in the same room. See you later. Thanks for stopping by.
Brent.
Almost 70. Woohoo! Yeah. Woo. So this is the 3rd best episode according to you guys, the fans. And you got any guesses here?
3rd best. Waverly?
You guessed it right.
Is that right?
That's Waverly. I can't believe you picked that. That's crazy. Okay, well, yeah, it's Waverly Hills. Boy, what a place.
What a place! A true horror.
Let's cut to a clip.
Yeah. It kind of looks like a castle.
It kind of looks like hell.
It looks like Hogwarts.
There's not one part of you that's like, oh man, I'm really in for it now.
I mean, I don't...
What in the fuck is that?
It's just a big metal thing. That's not a ghost, that's metal.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But I think we should let them know that we're entering, just give them a quick, hey ghouls! The boys are here!
One of the few places where I was feeling genuine fear, because we had initially planned to sleep in one of those
just giant
dank-ass hallways.
Dank-ass hallways. Those sprawling hallways.
And you had said, it might be better if we sleep upstairs. And I immediately agreed. I was like, yeah, I think that's a good idea, because the upstairs was kind of open to the world.
There's open air.
And part of me was like, 1, I don't really want to sleep in one of these creepy-ass hallways. 2, I think we're breathing in 6 pounds of dust every minute.
Yeah, and it was open air. You could kind of if you used your imagination, you could imagine it's like a shitty New York City loft.
Like a penthouse.
Yeah.
This location is cleared. Time to go!
It's been real.
What's next? Oh, we'd like to revisit with an old friend, right?
Oh yeah, we have a very special guest. We're not going to do it here. We had the opportunity to talk to him beforehand, and we're going to toss to that now.
Father Gary Thomas.
Hey, Father Thomas, it's Ryan and Shane.
Hi.
If these places you're going claim to have spiritual attachments, I would do nothing to invite them into any kind of conversation.
It's been a long time. How long ago was it since we last talked to you?
Oh, I don't know. Time goes by so fast. Honestly, I'm not sure. At least a year.
Did you actually get the chance to watch the episode you were in?
I did. I just watched it the other day.
I guess my question is, Ryan, we've been doing it 2 years now. We've been to other locations that are allegedly demon infested. I don't know how true that is, but the more we do, the braver Ryan gets. And I think in the past season or 2, he's actually maybe lost a little bit of respect for the severity of this. Do you have any words to maybe humble him a little?
I think you have to have a very, very keen respect for the diabolical. And I personally think you guys are really doing dangerous stuff, which I would really encourage you not to do.
Ryan made us use a Ouija board.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
That's a bad idea. You're just conjuring. I mean, I work with people, I pray over people who use Ouija boards. And again, that's a conjuring tool. It's not a game.
So, just something to think about, Ryan. Thank you. We'll talk to you again at some point, I'm sure.
Okay, see you later.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
In order for us to prove what we're trying to prove, we have to disobey everything he's saying, or the one big thing he's saying. And that's why, going into the conversation, I was very nervous that we were about to be scolded, which we kind of were. But, you know, he did kind of jumpstart, once again, the fear inside of me in terms of how dangerous it could be.
Respect the diabolical.
I feel like I do respect it.
Respect the diabolical. All right, are we moving on to number 2?
It's Goatman.
Goatman, I'm dancing on your bridge. It's my bridge now.
Holy shit.
You hear that? If you want me off this bridge, you're gonna have to kill me.
Holy shit.
You're gonna have to throw me off this bridge yourself.
He did throw somebody off the bridge once.
Look at the way I dance on it. I disrespect your bridge, Goatman.
He's taking names right now.
You hear that, Goatman?
He's sharpening his little blades.
Own your bridge now.
I don't, no, don't loop me into your shit.
Yep.
Stop looping me. I hate when you do this in the demon
Well, then
places.
tell him you're not part of this.
I'm not part of his little charade.
You're talking to Goatman now.
I see what you've done.
It's Goatman entrapment. Goatman.
I'm not with him.
They're gonna put my name in graffiti.
Oh my God. Okay.
Children will come here and tell tales of me.
We did win a bridge.
That's our bridge now. And again, I'd just like to put this PSA out there. Do not vandalize the bridge. We've had a lot of fans who will say, haha, I'm at your bridge. And then they've carved Ryan and Shane's bridge in the bridge.
I'm fine with it being on Wikipedia though. I find that quite funny.
Keep it up there.
I'm pretty sure we can't say that, but
Edit
I mean,
that page every
whatever.
week.
It's hilarious to me that people are actually editing that page over and over again, correcting it to be Shane and Ryan's bridge.
Some guy's probably really pissed. They're just always trying to protect the sanctity of the Wikipedia page for the old Denton Bridge or old Alton Bridge.
He gets into work every Friday, he's chewing on a bagel. God, damn it.
Who are these boys?
Yeah, a surprise that this was number 2.
Yeah.
But a good episode nonetheless.
Fun ep.
Should we go to number 1 now?
Yeah, let's do it. You know what?
Should we do? I feel
the
like
time is now.
Like
let's do it, man.
Yeah, number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Oh God. Okay.
We're doing it.
All right.
Number 1 on the list of the top 5 BuzzFeed unsolved episodes of all time. Here it is, coming to you live. It's not live. It's pre-taped. Ryan, what is it?
It is. It's the 3 horrifying cases of ghosts and demons. Personally, this is my favorite episode of BuzzFeed.
I love it.
Holy monkey.
It's a lot of fun. We saw some really great sights. This was our first foray into ghost hunting.
So it started at the Winchester House, very whimsical location.
Some great architecture. Fascinating building.
You pulled your hilarious prank on me in the basement.
Let's roll that clip.
All right, apparently this is where a recurring ghost is seen.
What are you? Hey man, calm down.
You piece of shit, Shane.
My mic went out, and then I was looking for you.
He's crouching in here like some kind of cave creature.
And then all I did was I went. I was just coming
so
to
you're
say hello to you.
You're looking for me while grunting like a zombie. You almost scared me to death. I'm never gonna forgive you for that.
Love it. Every time I love it.
Super funny.
Yeah.
And then we go to the Island of the Dolls. Perhaps one of the most perilous situations we've been in from a life-threatening standpoint.
Absolutely.
Almost died.
Yep.
Oh, fuck me. There are spiders everywhere.
Look at the size of that thing.
I'm gonna go under.
Okay.
Okay.
We've had our fun.
Oh, this is the island of spiders, not the dolls. Oh, they're everywhere.
We narrowly escaped the Island of the Dolls.
And just when you think it can't get any weirder or crazier,
we
go to the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. And that is, to this day, the one place I would not go back, I think.
It was, I mean, I know you were terrified because you obviously believe in demons and you thought this was home to a demon. For me, once we cleared everything in Mexico, I was like, great. Now we're just gonna go to a tiny little house, sleep in a bed or on a floor or something. We ended up sleeping in our sleeping bags.
Yeah.
Walk in the park for me.
Man, this is nice. You know what a place like this would cost in Los Angeles? This is an arm and a leg.
a pretty entertaining evening for me.
Very
for
happy
you, maybe one of the most stressful nights of your entire life.
I think it was. Like I said, sometimes I'll walk into a building and I could feel there's something wrong. It feels like there's 1,000 eyes looking at me. I just feel awful. And that place was the ultimate version of that for me.
Yeah.
I hated every second that I was in there, and I will never go back. And when we were in that kitchen, I thought for a brief moment that I was gonna have a heart attack.
If you actually don't like us, please just turn it on. I don't think they have the power to turn it back on again, frankly. I really think they don't. Ryan.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the?
Keep in mind, we have to spend the night here.
Please turn the light off for us, spirits.
Don't you fucking do it.
Turn it all the way off. Thank you. Oh.
Fuck, oh my God. What
Please try.
Oh my God. My
I've never
eyes
seen
couldn't
someone
focus.
who looked like they were about to be scared to death until then.
Here we go.
You're out of your mind.
Rock and roll, buckaroo. If you want to eat my heart, just turn that light on. If you want to eat Ryan's heart,
Don't
turn
stop
that light
putting
on.
me in your shit.
Our old pal, Ryan Bergara.
Stop.
We're a package deal. Oh, the light's on, Ryan. Look at the lights. Demon, we got him.
Jesus Christ.
Turn it off for us, please. For Ryan's sake.
No! Fuck this house, dude. Fuck this house so hard. It was awful.
Yeah.
And I could see why that episode is #1, just because it had so many twists and turns. You got to see us travel. We went to a nice taqueria, a little boat ride. I would like to do more of that, where you get to see more of the journey.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Well, that's the top 5 episodes of BuzzFeed Unsolved, and that about does it for the show. But before we leave, I just want to say a sincere thank you to you guys, the fans. Whether you have been watching from the first day or you're a new fan, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to be doing this.
True.
And we definitely would have not made it to almost 70 episodes. So, and one more thing. Before we do leave, we do have to thank the crew. The unsung heroes of Unsolved behind the scenes. If it wasn't for all these people that you're now about to see look on the stage, the show would not be possible.
That's a lot.
Okay, yeah, so thank you everybody for watching the almost 70th episode retrospective. Everybody,